And I can even use some intro before the game itself. Yes. All right, we see a lot of teams. I think they should be ready and not for me to interfere with their actions, nodes, and things like that. Let me hop into the admin camera as soon as possible. All right, I'm off. Help with the HUD? No, thank you. And let's see where we're gonna position ourselves. So let's check the map. Why, game? Why? I mean, at least everything is north, but come on. To have customs and canal crossing and pumping station all at the same time, everything on the north, this is gonna be disgusting. So as I was saying, I really will expect for people to just die in this vicinity, like a lot. Who will keep this house? We'll see about it, but it's gonna be a grinding game. People will cry, people will be very annoyed by this, but this is all part of the have lose experience. And the best team for tonight will win, despite all the odds, despite all the disbalance things that game provides. It goes to how team is prepared mentally, strategically, and I would say physically, but it's more the first two than the latter one. 40 seconds to go. Let's see the deployment. Commander is running on foot because we have in the update 14 better speed running, so the commander will get in time for that. We see one truck waiting for deployment from the OPs here, another one here. It's quite unusual to see there, but there is a it's a recon squad. Okay, very interesting solution to provide for the recon, and we are almost ready. Decreasing the speed of the camera, and let's see if any rockets will start flying. So I'm gonna go to the canal crossing and see who is gonna be there first, or will we follow up any rockets. Okay, one very bold truck from the Axis side. I don't see any rockets. We see also on the side of the Allies one truck, two trucks, and a light vehicle. No sniping. Ooh, okay. Okay. Neither side with the precise rockets. Ooh, that was close one. Oh, the tank went, not tank, truck went into the channel, and we're gonna see the first victim here by drowning. Maybe he'll manage to get off. I don't think so. On the other side, I think that it's everything that we expected to see, the much better deployment. The Axis didn't opt out to use this improvised bridge, but definitely the Allies did want to secure that side no matter what, and we start to see clashes on the side. So let's see what axes are facing. Trucks go down? I think both trucks go down. Nevertheless, much better approach this time for the Polish veterans, and that's quite expected due to the point itself being very ungrateful to be an axis in this situation. So let's now see the response. Let's see garrison placement, very conservative garrison placements here, but they opted out to also have some flanking position because they know that they're gonna lose this one, and 3-2 goes to the Polish veterans and the allies. Okay, I can introduce. Yes, okay, overlay. All right. So we have a 3-2 for Polish veteran and allies. So let's see how the game will develop from this point. We have a tank, medium tank, that goes to support the flank position, which the Central Alliance did take the advantage of and try to set up the position on the church itself, which is a good decision to allocate troops there. We do see a fight also on the house. Also, one more good thing for the Central Alliance to take the advantage of this position here. The medium tanks go into the engagement, but that medium tank is now in the reach. Alright, first shot, nice. And I saw the 80 gun misses from the bridge. That was a ricochet. That was the second miss, and that was just unlucky for the Central Alliance not to finish this medium tank, but at least on the other side they had luck to not be hit by the 80 from the bridge. And the good thing is they do control the access toward the hard cap, which could be really crucial. Crucial. And hello KC with a 30 minutes delay. The artillery is marked to shoot the positions in the factory, and we already see people on the bridge trying to get. Actually, they are in the hard cap itself. Let's check the map. Tank goes to support the cap, and let's see on this side. So the allies, actually Polish veterans, did manage to penetrate the hard cap itself. Ra just go pass by light vehicle. Said, nah, I ain't got time for that. And he will tell the story about it eventually, since he survived. But beside that, there are no major incursions from the Polish veteran yet. They still need to assess the dominance on the flank before they try to penetrate the customs, because it is also very ungrateful position to attack, but from the Allies side, which is a little bit balancing situation on the map. But I wouldn't vote for it, because it's better to have a lead 3-2 anywhere than to lose 2-3 and to have some afterthoughts to say, oh, we at least have this position secured. Oh, hold on. Was this Miss Mark? Did somebody... could be. I won't get into that detail. But we do see very brave Polish soldiers that are using the bridge get across to the console, which is quite unusual to see in this type of the game, because you're very exposed and in many occasions you do not get to the other side. In the meantime, a light tank is falling. He was manned down by one, and I can assume that Festu use that opportunity to get by it and actually destroy the tank. And also this Puma could be in danger if they do not know the proper location of the enemies, but we do see the cap race started. It will not go down since there are definitely more bodies from the axis on the hard cap itself, but it's not a good thing to see. And medium tank goes down. After a long fight, it was outgunned by the 80 guns, and also okay, I'm glad to see that you don't see my cursor with a half 30 minutes delay. At least goddammit. So the situation is currently stable for the both teams. They are trying to assess the situation on the phalanx for defense to remove the threat from the side, and for the offensive to gain control in both third and fourth point, or the second and third, whichever perspective you're gonna see. So on this side, it seems that Central Alliance does have some resemblance of the control of the flank. Not too many bodies from the Polish veterans are allocated to defend the flank in this area here. They are opted out to control the access toward the canal crossing from the river, and they are doing just fine job for now, and they are even getting some incursions into the soft cap area. And the more they do this, even if they use the advantage to allocate more bodies, I think that we're gonna see cap race starting once again. We already see somebody, so it's Misiek already in the hard cap, just dominating this area here. So let's check it out. Yes, enemy is definitely inside. Where is he? All the way up. So he will be hidden and contribute for 3 points in the cap race when it starts. In the meantime, Katz, or Kutz, we're gonna pronounce it, is also joining the hard cap, and we can really see very soon cap race start, and as soon as the nade also joins, it's gonna start. So the situation is, so far there is a very good defensive squad here, and they're zipping bodies across the river more and more with the support from the spotter to gain reconnaissance information. And I think that Central Alliance will need to pull very soon to gain control over the custom soft cap in this area here around the G3 on the shore. So this area here, they will need to remove those OPs if they want to control the point. So let's see the garrisons. They do have a garrisons, but they will definitely need to allocate more resource to defend, and it will cost them time, and it will cost them position while doing so, just because the Polish veterans are controlling the hard cap itself. So the now two people in the hard cap was providing 9 points. Now at least the cap race has stopped, but I think that they can lose the position in the offense due to the pullout they needed to perform in order to secure the point. And Messi goes on a rampage from that position. Kudos is actually going to search for the enemy garrisons, and this could pose a really big trouble if they manage to put more bodies into the point. We see one tank is dead in the background. That's the enemy tank. Let me just quickly see which one it was. Oh, okay. So the Polish veteran team is victorious in that battle. We still some pockets of central lines on the flank, but due to the defensive reinforcement, they are losing the ground on the flank, and they will defend it, but it will take them quite some time to regain those positions on the flank, and on the maps like this it's just not a good situation. And we are seeing that Polish veterans now are aiming to clean the church area. Piaki, at least for now, saves the OP that they have, and it's in the background, seen by the spawn, not to use too much camera. And will tank, no, actually the tank will not engage the enemies here, which is quite a lucky thing for the Central Alliance, because in direct combat they could still take advantage of that church area and try to make it work again on the flank. They have the number advantage. Ooh. Yaki with the two kills, and at least for now the Central Alliance does control this area here on the church, and if they put some garrisons again, they could resume some flanking action. We see 76 is joining some battles somewhere. I think they'll probably try to penetrate this area here around the Salt Cave, which could be really nasty if they do. And in the meantime, which is a more pressing matter, they lost control over this G4 numpad 4 sector across the river, so this area here is very important for the offensive or defensive side, however you're gonna call it, to approach the canal crossing and the hard cap on the left bank from this perspective. So they'll definitely have some struggle with that. In the meantime, we do see some fair battle all across the field, but more and more people are present in the hard cap, which is definitely not something that you want to see on the customs. And this time it's Rev, Kutus and Tretitka. Okay, pronunciation 101. They need to invest more bodies definitely into the hard cap, and they need to pull a lot more forces to clean up their side of the shore, because the more time they allow themselves to go into the cap race, the harder is gonna be the long game for them. They do control the soft cap, but at the moment we see 3 people, which, no, actually I think it's even 4 people from the enemy squad are in the hard cap area. That means it's counting as a 12. And that's not a good thing to have when you're defending position like this. So they need bodies in hard cap, and they need it now. Good thing is they did not use the reinforcements to protect it, because the sheer number of bodies in the soft cap is currently preventing this. Oh, I didn't get into the action. That was a very close combat from the mid and the spotter from the central alliance. And definitely I do expect to have much more people involved in cleaning out this defensive area. And finally a rev goes out. Good job for the mess, cleaning out. However, they still have bodies there. Especially they need to remove the OP and the officer along with that OP. Did mess saw. And that was a missed bombing run for my side, and that was enemy bombing run, which I'm not sure what was the intention, but I can assume that it was a not very precise information. So at least the good thing for the Central Alliance is the enemy bombing run didn't land to cause too much damage, and they still have their own to drop. You see that nodes are missing for the Central Alliance, and hopefully they will notice that soon, because they're missing the munition and the fuel, and either of those must not be the case to go on for the long battle. In the meantime, we see the same squad doing really important work for the Polish veterans, so that's neat. Rav, Kutus, Misiek. And the longer they continue to do it, as I said, it's gonna be very hard battle. So let's check on the side what's happening. The Polish veterans did manage to get some ground in this area here as well. So slowly they are pressing the Central Alliance city block by city block, or house by house, if you want to call it like that. Either way, it's a delicate situation and not a good situation for the Central Alliance. They are losing ground and they need control over this entirety of the shore, and this is definitely something that must be prevented at all costs. You just cannot allow people to gain the access like this. Nevertheless, that's what is happening. Let's check some actions here. Dalman is going for a quite... Actually, it's on a spot. He only needs supplies to allocate some troops for the attack. And I think if they manage to go unnoticed, majority of the enemies are present in this area here. So G4, H4 and G5 and H5. So hopefully if the Central Alliance wants to control this area here, they will need to clean out everything that's in the soft cap area. Nice snipes for the tank in the background. And okay, we saw some close combat. Good job for Vicky. Irahan against the Rev, but Rev pull back. Ooh, they have a OP there. That could be really crucial if Irahan pushes through. It's out of the reach for there, but with the nade it could be very crucial. Will he see it? Oh, nice step, and the OP is gone. Good job for the Hellerhan. You're not even sure at this point how much did you gain your team a favor by doing that. And now they will be able to push the enemies across because they have no immediate danger for the hard cap yet. So they can spread out. At the moment they have a tank that's covering the bridge, and that's the issue for another time. But it goes for the frontal approach, but he will be mowed down on that side because the front of the tank can be secured by the driver. At least he has some good favor that artillery is shooting that direction. Let's see what can Rick do. He definitely knows the location of the tank. Let's see something from a different angle. That was a quick. Ooh, he goes for the action. Hold on. Yo, oh my god, Rick, please do the satchel and you can get an MVP reward right away. Yes! Oh my lord. Survive, Rick. Oh! And Jackie will manage to get the satchel. Oh my lord, that was almost perfect execution. Kudos for the Rick, that was brilliant move in the solo action. However, tank will survive and will continue to annoy Central Alliance. Nevertheless, I'm really glad to see that Central Alliance doesn't want to get happy with the current result. Oh my god, that was English 101. And let's see on this side here what is the situation. Ooh, can't see with the 2-tap. And they still have a presence on the edge of the town, which is doing them quite a good thing. We also see... Hold on. Very sus to see a rifleman all the way there, because he is not able to do anything with that rifle except to kill people, and maybe he can do some garrisons. Oh! Oh, Fabo! Nice one, and he also planted a satchel and he will get some kills. Also, thanks for the follow, CSP Varangian. And with a 30-minute delay, welcome to the stream. And we're gonna see the satchel blow anytime now. Oh, yes! Nice! That was sexy. So, we see some action. Oh, that was execution. Nevertheless, the Polish veterans still control this bank of the customs on the couple of spots, so they have at least 3 OPs here. Not to look, but by the composition it looks like 3 OPs. Oh, what do they have here? Nothing. Nothing. That could have been a supply drop, which I didn't follow up. But we'll see later on if they manage to have something else. In the meantime... Ooh. So many dead bodies there. Oof. Oof. And that was from the artillery. So on this side there is a 76 that's covering this shoreline, and most of the shoreline here is covered by the tanks, so that's why the Central Alliance is struggling to gain control. And where is the most of the Central Alliance at the moment? They are everywhere currently, but not too much in the soft cap area, which is the general problem why they do not have the more advantage at the moment, either on the defense or on the offense. Commander opted out. Petrus to have the control and information whenever he needs more bodies in the defense. That's a good call for the commander, especially in the case like this when they had a cap raise more than once. And in the meantime, the Polish veterans are trying to press, and as you can see the progress, they are having more and more control over this entirety of the customs area. So they are controlling the shoreline, both the west side and the south side. Yes, it took me some time to understand what I'm talking about, but they are also controlling this entire urban area here, which, as we are seeing this slowly crawling in, they are gaining the advantage, and at this point I really can feel that they could potentially lose unless we see very big deployment. So let's watch from this area here. We see the spawn, it's not good enough, they need more bodies, and the artillery is pounding. These all look like a big trouble for the Axis. They need to get some kills with the one-on-one action, which they do at the moment. And are they using the reinforcement? Looks they... No, they're not. Okay, that's a good thing. Let me check if they managed to rebuild those nodes. No, they even lost one more fuel node, which... Ooh, it's not good. They need those nodes back. Commander, order some nodes to be built right now. In the meantime, we do see a potential still problem that's developing for the Axis, and that problem is, of course, 76 approaching the hard cap area. Polish veterans went all in. I don't see any AT at the moment close by, and you don't want to see this. Oh my lord. Look at the combined force from the artillery and the tank, just pincering that spawn area from the... Not looking good. Nade managed to get in, killed one. Tank is getting shot. That's still not enough. Nade got the second kill. Tank is victorious. This could be the last effort to save the point. This could really mean a very significant victory in the defense because of that tank kill from this crew here, from Hugh and Hugh. Yes, it's much easy for me to read Hugh and Hugh. Nevertheless, Nade is having fun in the hard cap itself. They are not being able to kick him out, and oh my god, he saw that garrison 100%. The tank goes down. The hero of the defense is mowed down by the AT gun. They did manage to hold a lot of the defense, I think mostly because of that sacrifice from the tank. What did it blow with this nasty... Go away. Oh, that was a allied tank. kudos for the Axis for destroying that tank as well. And that's a third tank. Defense, defense, defense. Now this is a good thing that we saw. We see that Centralized did manage to do marvelous jobs by killing 3 tanks in a span of less than a couple of minutes, and it's going to be a huge impact for the enemy economy, especially the fuel economy. They'll probably pull out 1 medium tank, and for the 2 heavy tank that means 1200 fuel went bye-bye just in a span. So they'll need to be more conservative. Well, we do see still an action. Gear is still up. Commander opted out to do glorious work to finally clear out all of that's happening on the beach. And on the other side there is nobody in this area here, and only if Commander knows that, just to go across it to set up some OP and maybe even to be cheeky and to drop some airhead here somewhere. Oh, that would be glorious. And the game would turn 180 in a blink of an eye. But that's only my thoughts. We'll see what will happen. And the Commander is doing a good job here, just to checking out all of this docks and buildings. While somebody got the carry. So this could be bad, and this could be really bad. They almost had it. Ooh. They need the response, and they need it now. But this time it's gonna be much harder because there are a lot of bodies in the hard cap and no direct spawn. This is a serious trouble. The Central Alliance did pull out from the point. This tank, you need to go into the point right now. Right now. Bodies are coming in, but that's not gonna be enough unless you clear out the hard cap area. Do we have... No, we have supply drop, but that supply drop in the factory house. At least good thing that the Commander did manage to put the garrison closer to the shore, so they will try to assess the bigger spread toward that, and in the meantime they did manage to surge the point, so that was a good close combat from their infantry along with the support from the tank. So kudos for this tank here for saving the point for the second time. And now they are getting more and more control over the point. Not too much, because at the moment they are endangered from this very wide position from the house on the H4, numpad 9. But on the other side, they managed to get almost full control over their side of the customs. And Piotr could be the last person there on the beach, unless he survives, and he's not. So, at least for the Centralized, they did manage to clear the shore, the western shore, and now they only have a couple of people in very backline, like Kudos, who gave them so much trouble during this entire game. And we also see whose crew, LGT, with his squad, is pushing toward the backline. Let's see if they do have something. No, but they have the intel So they know that they are here, which is a good thing. So kudos for that intel on the time. They managed to regain the access. Ooh, adjective. Oof. Yes, I would scream as well if somebody shot me like that. Okay, the only one is Nada getting into the hard cap, but he will not cause at least significant. Maybe he will, but not to judge. But he's only one person in the hard cap. Okay, that's a good decision to get onto the roof. It's very valuable information if you can get it. In the meantime, Feldwebel is just making sure that nobody gets past him, and he will soon see somebody. Ja, Gegner in der Nähe. Oh, yes! Good job. And you need to prevent this. Ah! Again, people on the bridge. God damn it. They need control over that area soon. As soon as they clean, they got the company from across the bridge. So we're gonna see more flashes. Ooh. This is a serious situation, but let's see what's happening on the other side of the map. Oh, that is also a good situation. So they managed to, even without the garrison, they have so many bodies there. They definitely need garrison here to start pushing those buttons and start gaining the access to the soft cap. And they're actually near the hard cap area. So if they put, let's say, garrison here at the factory and rush with just 2 squads here, the cap race will start and they will need to pull back, and by they I mean Polish veterans. So the game could change quite a lot in a couple of moves, but it's easy to be all-seeing eye and know everything. It's much different story while you're playing to try to take the advantage of something that you know. In the meantime, Gazus with a nice skill for commander, and here a plane. It's a supply plane for the backline garrison. Let me check. Okay, they rebuilt garrison. Praise the Lord and the engineers for rebuilding almost all nodes. Only one node is missing at the moment, and again the same. Oh, it's a different team. Is annoying the center lines in the hard cap. Now this time it's Ghost and Otfin. Cap race will not start because there is not a lot of bodies in the soft cap to start, even with their presence in the hard cap. In the meantime, they did opted out to clean their backline, which is a good decision. I'm not gonna follow that cat and mouse game. And as soon as they gain the control, they again lose it due to that incursion from the bridge, which is really something that grinds my gear to know that they're constantly coming from this position here. Like, look at this. You like need to get into the water. Alright. So let's see what's happening elsewhere. We see a couple of people in the near vicinity of... Come on. Just put some MG to snipe it. And what happened here on the flank? There was so many... Did they lose all the OPs? Yo, they did. There was a big clash that I missed. At least we see the outcome, so kudos for Polish veteran to clean the church. So not a lot of things that will happen unless we see a cheeky move from Practicant, maybe to do some very interesting action here, to maybe destroy the garrison in the backline and maybe even do some very nice offensive garrison in the backline. It could be a really big issue for ooh. What did it blow? Ah, it was the 80 gun. Okay. So kudos for the whoever was here in this area who destroyed that 80 gun. In the meantime, we still see a same situation. So although the defense is good, but it's not tight. So we have a good response from the Central Alliance. They are calling out when they need to go into the defense. They are responding. But after they defend, they are not spreading out completely, so they clear out all of these areas where they need. And they constantly are getting annoyed in the hard game, which is quite fascinating for me, because it's quite hard to get access to the custom area. And they are still managing to defend, which, as I said, a really good thing to have. But they just need to allocate less bodies in specific ways to control the area, especially when you have the access toward the roofs. For instance, you can have some MGs placed here, which I saw that people are able, they know the location and they can use this roof to cover a lot of ground with the MG, you know, and that can cover everything like in 180 degrees from here, just to defend this whole river line that you can go by foot. And to allocate just a few more bodies here to defend the bridge, and then you can force yourself into the shoreline and clean everything. So that would, I assume that would be a good case of a defense on this spot. Yes! At least the artillery got him. Nice! I'm really glad that I see that. I saw that. I recorded that. Something. So, in the meantime, Nade. Oh my lord, what a beautiful shot on the roof. And as you can see, they are placing the proper teams to some spots. We see the Feldweber is controlling this area, but he needs more bodies, because he is currently overrun and he's constantly overrun on that position. They need more bodies, they need MGs, or they need at least solo tanker, maybe even that they had previously on this position here, but a bit more closer to here in this gap, just to peek in and check this location toward that hard cap area eventually. But nevertheless, it's hard grind for both teams. And the only thing that really grinds my gear is seeing people crossing this bridge here. That's only that really annoys me. Everything else, I salute both teams. They are really fighting a good battle on the customs mostly, and somewhere around this area is also quite a good. I see something. Okay, one officer here and one spotter along with a couple of people in the background. So okay, let's follow up. Hugh. Was he a tanker now in the attack? Or I'm missing some joke with those Hugh. Hold on. So I guess... Okay, I see the joke about the name. Nice one. So the tank crew did assume the role for the officers and they use it wisely to try to gain more ground. In the meantime, also we see 76. I need to see the barrel. Okay, nice. A nice shot from one of those funny guys. Tretitka, okay. I see the name in the chat with the half-hour delay. I hope I pronounced it correctly. And ooh, bombing run for who? Bombing run once again. Okay, this time they managed to get the garrison on the point. However, the commander did survive the bombing run. Do they have... No, they do not have. They do not have... Ooh, she's also dead. This could be a problem if they do not manage to get there. And hated core. Hope that's pronounced correctly. Welcome to the stream with half-hour delay, and thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. So let's see what's the battle going on at the meantime. Of course, it's Feldwebel with the action on the side with his companion Ditzel. He's gonna jump on the roof once again, and ooh, he is not gonna jump on the roof. Oh. That was a nice shot from the bank. So it was either Cute or Rev. I see some plane. No, I hear some plane. I don't see. Actually, I do see a plane. And at least the artillery is shelling that god forbidden boat bridge. Oof, so triggered by it. And the continue of the fight goes along that beach. The Polish veterans have no desire to fall back from that position, and they are constantly pinging and they are constantly getting on that bridge. So grinds my gear to see it. Ah. Okay, I'll stop talking about boat bridge, pontoon bridge, whatever you wanna call it. On the good side for the Central Alliance is they reach out to expand the presence in the soft cap area, and by the look of it they managed to clear it out. Hopefully they will try to access this area here, which they said that there is somebody, but there is nobody, which is also quite weird to see. There should be somebody here on this position. All I see is a lot of explosions. So they did use the opportunity to get control over the bridge. Okay, so maybe we can see a return favor for the control over this bank of the shore, which could gain Central Alliance a much needed moment to access that hard cap. Let's hope so. Do I have some stutters on the frames? This is some sluggish movement. Hope it's not visible on the stream. If yes, I'm sorry. And I have no idea why. Yeah, beats me. So, we see a big push from all the people that came across that bridge. And they're actually now gaining control because the Centralized didn't get enough bodies to clear out this shore and protect bridge. So we'll see if they manage to respawn one more time, and they will know that they have a much bigger issue than just a couple of people. Nether and Rick are there to save the action, maybe. But full team is gaining. Oof! Midbuster got net busted. That didn't rhyme. Tel Aviv. Around with a nice step. On the point. Piachi is on the hard cap with the OP, which is really a big thing, but look at all those numbers on plane. plane. Okay, good plane. But at the moment, only commander. Actually, this is gonna be a good one for much needed garrison for the Axis side. And after a long time, we finally see somebody actually getting near this area. Oh, that was a close call. Would say from offline. That anti-tank could have made big trouble for even bigger tank. So let's see the defense for... no defense. Okay, fair enough. So they are controlling this entirety of the shore. Cut is going to get Petrus, the commander of the central lines. Go, commander, go. Oh, he got nade. U2's aims, but not gets it. Oh, good work from a commander. This is really big work, and now we see a spawn wave from the Vicky and his crew from the 38. This could mean big time if they manage to pull toward that shore. In the meantime, Katsi is getting closer to the hard cap. I heard some... Sorry for the rapid camera moment. Somebody did shoot a tank. It was a ricochet. Could be in the rocket from the artillery. But nevertheless, quite a good control of the point for the Polish veteran. They do control this building, which is quite crucial. And by the sound of that MG, it's doing God's work. We do see, yes. Let's check it out. Only one Larovsky is trying to get to that drop, or not? He is. So Practic needs to survive. Oh, sniper. Ah. Oh, nice kill from Larovsky. I'm getting out of this factory. Alright, and also the sniper goes down. I guess their OP goes down, but the garrison is up very far away. Commander is on the action, and this could mean a lot if Dalman doesn't manage to salvage it. We'll see. We'll see. While we wait, let me drink some water. Good job from the commander Sinek, and the garrison will go down. Very nice action from both commanders. This time, kudos for the Sinek for dismantling the offensive. And now, as we can see, there is no offensive action for the Central Alliance. Only remaining person is Spotter. Sicher? Sicher, yes. Probably yes. So he managed to get the OP somewhere safe. He can try once again to get somewhere near and try to maybe get some garrison in the back. So let's see. Now where is the entirety of the central lines? Because they have no offense, they are now forced to push frontally, which actually is getting on their hand because they needed the control over that side of the aisle. As you can see, still we do see on the right side there is still presence from the Polish veterans, and they are opted out this time to use the wider flank, but they are stopped because commander did make a good garrison there. So maybe we can finally see after some time again. Oh, nice kill from the Rev. Okay, Skjald and Marevka know the Rev is here. They just don't know how many of them are here, but Rev is doing a favor to his team by holding them there. Tense situation. And Rev waits for another kill. Nice. Good job for the Rev for having the patience to be there, and he got another kill. Bushwookie award for the Rev. And Kutus got killed, and there we'll start pushing again, but I think that we're gonna see one more spawn there from the Central Alliance crew, especially the 38. Hit on. Oof. Yes. The nade kill was on spot. Too bad. Too bad that the Netzwog, if I read that name correctly, didn't manage to clear everybody here, but I'm not gonna watch it. So now that's the thing that I wanted to see. Finally, they managed to clear out this part of the beach. He's dead, but he did a great job. So kudos for the officer. Piaci, I think it's a Piaci. If not, sue me after the game. And now, if they can push slowly toward that factory area to finally control this area around the shore on the west side. But the Polish veterans definitely do not want to relinquish control over this area because it's doing them a significant favor through entirety of the game. Midbuster is very casually walking there. Oh, and he even taps Marevka from behind. Nico does hear it, but doesn't want to intervene. He waits for a better position. Patience is a virtue in this game sometimes. And let's see. Come out, come out. Ooh. Nico is very patient here. Too patient. And sorry for the rapid camera moment. I'm just trying to catch some action because a lot of things is going on. Commander opts out to check this shoreline, which is a good thing. And actually now, except for the midbuster here on the side, is he chasing him? No. But this could be really dangerous, so I'm gonna follow him because there is a garrison here. And if somebody doesn't spawn here, this could be... Oh my god! Yes! Look at the cap race while I was recording this. Finally, capping race. I'll jump in a second if just paid out to see the mid-buster. If you're gonna see it, yes, he will. And I'll keep jumping to see what the hell was happening here. Okay. Oh, okay, I see why. So they pushed with the 2 tanks. One got sniped from the back. And will he get a satchel? No! Claw! Get him! Get him! Get him! Oh, that's an airhead. That's an allies. That's the Axis airhead. The airhead can go live. Oh, we have a spawn and it's a bloodbath. Oh my god. So close. Poof. So many bodies in short amount of time, and that was a good push. And the tank is now in retreat since he has nobody to support him. I don't think he has a satchel, but he's already damaged too much. And we have an issue since they lost the garrison. Did they lose the garrison? Yes, they did a lot of garrisons, and oh my lord. Jesus. Could this be finally the moment where they lose the point? They have enemy tank, they have the control over the point, they have no spawns, and this could be finally the moment that they're gonna lose the point. Will the Lux save it? Oh, it doesn't have enough time. Not enough bodies in the hard cap. Very, very nice counter-offensive from the Polish veterans. There's a good spawn. Oh my lord. Last second save. Not literally, but a couple of seconds. But still, a last second save from the central lines. They did manage to pull at least 15 bodies there. And they are spread around. What do we see? It's supply directly on the roof, and that's a good response. Once again, one thing I can definitely say kudos for the Axis is they are managing to get their response properly and on the time every time. So kudos for that. This heavy tank will go down probably soon because there is not a lot of places where he can run in the hard cap. He is causing quite a significant issue for the Axis, but dear lord, he will actually run away from there. Yes, he will. Unless you. Oh, commander save one more time. Very crucial save from the commander, and unbelievable. This thing stays alive. Still, nice shot from Skjald in the back. Commander goes down, and this time we can see that tank may be dead. Another AT waits for the shot, and get away, officer, get away. Oh my lord. Yo. Yo. Did he actually jump on the airhead? Oh my lord. What an action. Airhead ninja move from the Bomek to use the airhead as a jumping route to pass by the... And there is a bloodbath on the point. Still, heavy tank is doing tremendous job there. Trajtitka. Goes down. Bomek once again wants to use that airhead. They need to get rid of that tank like now. No, not later, now. Do they still have a garrison? They do. It's under heavy fire. We do see a contestment on the point just because everybody is in the offense. And I can assume... Yes, finally tank goes down. Okay, there is still a chance to defend and take the turn into the offense. Now the heavy tank... So, that was the Axis bombing run, which did some damage, but dear lord, look at this, like, it's like watching Benny Hill, like people running behind a tank. Please survive. Yes! Light tank with a save. Yes! Where is the light tank? Yes! Good job on the team defense. They are still losing it. Ooh, come on. Heavy tank to the action. Yes, light tank goes down. But there will be no more time. This time. 4-1. After 1 hour, 11 minutes, point has fallen. And we have a 4-1. Such an amazing battle so far. And I think the offensive call for the commander paid off. They invested so many bodies into the offense. It was the right timing for the tanks. It was the right timing for the airhead. Maybe a bit dubious location of that airhead, but nevertheless everything paid off. The gamble was there, and they finally managed to crush defense from the Central Alliance. Amazing stuff that we see. And now we are actually looking at the potential early end, since they opted out to get you to the point. Light tank goes down, and this could be final nail in the coffin for the Central Alliance. In a span of a couple of minutes, everything changed, and with the one very methodical push, we are actually seeing the end of the game. This was extremely hard game for both teams. We saw a lot of good defense, a lot of good offensive stuff. We saw some blunders, of course, but that's all part of the Hell Lose experience. But I think it's time to call out the end game result, since the Polish veterans do have control over the hard cap, and there is nothing that they can do to stop it. Bombing rounds are down. Airhead not gonna help. Point is locked, and that's it. We can call it off. 5-0 for the Polish veterans. Amazing performance. Very nice pressure through entire game, and kudos for Central Alliance for controlling, defending that castles for 1 hour and 10 minutes. Let's check the score and then we can continue on. Hold up. Goddamn scroll. Okay, check the scores. On the other side as well. One more time. Hope that you see scores in the end. So, congratulations for both teams. It was an amazing game to see. There was a lot of things that I saw on this game that I liked. A lot of close combat actions, a lot of tank actions. Of course, I didn't like that bridge access, not by a. I'm not gonna talk about it. So once again, kudos for the Central Alliance. They had a good defense, 100%. They had amazing spawn time every time of the defense. They only need to secure their positions a bit better, and I think the game result could have been different. There was multiple occasions that they could take advantage of the pressure that Polish veterans did try to provide, but in the end the Polish veterans did prevail. They gambled with the attack on more than once. They had their defense literally not guarded, but it paid off. So kudos once again for the both teams. Amazing game. Hopefully that you like. And until next time, well, have a magnificent night. And